Alrighty, fellas, it is a bright and early good morning from me. How are you doing today, fellas? Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, and just seeing what's happening inside the PokeMMO community. MMO communities are very turbo online. They're very communicative. They do a lot of things, and it's sometimes difficult to you miss out on everything that's happening. So there's a lot going on. I try to catch you guys up and also let you touch grass and live your day-to-day lives, but also keep you in the know on what's happening inside the PokeMMO community. Let's go ahead and figure out what's happening today. First things first, catch events, pretty typical stuff. There's that Smeargle catch event called Let Him Paint. I love the name of it. That is still coming up on the 7th of September at 1 p.m. ET, Route 6 in Kanto. And you're actually not catching, I believe, any very few Smeargles. Snubbles, Golduck, Gyarados, Smeargle, Growl. I don't even know Smeargle spawned here, honestly. Growlithe, Jigglypuff, Vulpix, Abra, and Meowth. A lot of Pokemon, and you get a gift shiny Smeargle with amazing IVs. You can basically get a free utility shiny Smeargle, save yourself a shiny hunt, as well as get 1,000 RP on top of it, as well as make some Pokeyen. Catch events are fantastic. You engage with the community. It's a lot of fun. The art for this next one is very cool. This is called A New Chapter. It's for the 14th of September. This one is at 4 p.m. ET as my time zone, which is why I shouted out. 4 p.m. ET, Route 101 in Hoenn, so very early on, just at the beginner route, which is fun. I love the beginner route catch events. They're fantastic for new players to participate in. Zigzagoon, Poochyena, Wurmple, Jigglypuff, Timid, Jolly, and Relax are the nature bonuses. No species bonuses, just everybody on the even playing field. I can almost guarantee that nest balls will be the strategy for this. You don't need a quick ball because they're a little bit more expensive. Use nest balls turn 1 when mons are low level like this, and you'll have a 100% catch rate most of the time. And it costs a bit to do it. You like lose money when you do that on a catch event, but you raise your chance of victory tremendously. False white Pokeball is a totally valid strategy as well. There is a lot of RNG in catch events. That's just the name of the game. And then you also have you also win a gift Trico, Torchic, or Mudkip with 6 times 31 if you could go 6 times 0 if you wanted to. It's 6 selectable IVs, and then 4 moves. Make sure to get those egg moves if you care about that, and 1,000 RP to boot. Next up, I'm gonna keep calling it out. It's the coolest, like, most big up-and-coming, unofficial catch event in PokeMMO. There is the Safari Showdown. I believe this goes out tomorrow. Every Friday. If you're watching the recap, it's today. Every Friday, he does a 2-part event where you catch Pokemon in the Safari Zone and then go play a PvP tournament. Does he say when it starts? Yes. It's... Oh, I'm sorry. I always say Friday, but it's Saturday. Excuse me. It is Saturday at 5 p.m. UTC. Saturday, 5 p.m. UTC on Channel 3. I'm not shouting this out enough. His name is Pokedex in-game, so he should be pretty easy to find. If you have any questions, you can mail him in-game, I'm sure. But it's a really cool event. I love that he's doing this. I love community-held events, and this is one of the coolest. Like, the cool part of doing community, like, unofficial events is to make them unique. You know, don't just host another catch event. We get plenty of those. He's doing a Safari event into a PvP tournament with those Pokemon. I think it's super cool. Next up, speaking of super cool, this post was criminally underrated. He had very few likes on this, and I thought it was super fucking cool. This guy's post, the Ultimate Iron Man Experience, the UIM Experience Part 1. Rules, account creation, and Unova. This is basically his way of outlining his Ultimate Iron Man adventure. This is his YouTube video for him, you know? I'm going to read through this. What is a UIM? As someone who for those who don't know, I love this. I was the 74th person in the world to max an Ultimate Iron Man. I wanted to be 73 so fucking bad. You have no idea, but someone else got it because they were smart enough and they went for it. They were a genius, okay? A UIM is a term from the RuneScape community for an Iron Man that is not allowed to use a bank. Yes. In PokeMMO, this translates to not being able to trade with other players or withdraw Pokemon from your PC. Putting Pokemon into the PC is still required in order to release Pokemon, but disallowing withdrawing means that you will not be able to benefit from any Pokemon in the PC, aside from the ability to catch Pokemon for caught OT when your party is full. That's pretty interesting. You can still get the OT. I also decided to not use any items in battles except for Pokeballs. That's intense, as I do that in every Pokemon game that I play. How is this different? The primary gameplay changes between a UIM and a normal Iron Man is that with the new egg incubator system, you cannot breed any Pokemon. Oh, wow. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. Wow. Ultimate Iron Man post and prior to incubators. Because to withdraw Pokemon from your incubator, you have to put them in your PC. You used to not have that. Not how it used to work. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that. I never even thought about that, how UIM is now changed forever if people want to do that because of the incubators. That's unfortunate. It's a weird, yeah, man, wow. This means that you have to catch anything you want to use, so only only wild caught mons, and you cannot fix the IVs later on. The other issue is that each time you start a storyline, all of your Pokemon in your party are sent to the PC. This means that before any given storyline, you will need to accept that most of your team is permanently gone. Holy fuck. He is playing by like, this guy is playing by like the most extreme rule set, and I fucking love it. He is the most integral UIM you could possibly be. This does not mean you need to do a full 4 routes across the run, as you were able to deposit 2 Pokemon per region in the daycare. This guy has thought about this so much. This guy is a fucking genius. I love everything he is doing, dude. Holy shit. Wow. So yeah, he's able to store Pokemon in your daycare. Wow, 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 wow. What's the game plan? Due to Pokemon being so valuable in this run, I would suggest having a core team of 4 and 5 Pokemon with 1 or 2 flex spots. This allows you to accumulate experience in EVs on some of the Pokemon for an easier story run, while still being able to catch new Pokemon either for the death or the next fight. I also need to rush the storylines a bit so I can get anywhere with a team of 6 Pokemon. Yup, wow. Okay. I encourage you to go read his. I don't know if I'm gonna read through all of this. This is just all how the gyms went. And then like the Elite Four and like what he chose. I think you guys should go check this out. But this is like one of the, what a perfect premise. I love what he's doing so much. This is so fucking crazy. Also, like, he might be the only, I can't imagine how many people are playing UIM, right? Yeah, I am the only person, I forgot I even liked this. I'm the only person who liked this post. I'm gonna link this post in my stream chat. This guy deserves way more love. He put like the equality of, like a YouTube video level of effort into this post. This post is so beautiful. It's so good. I hope he makes this into YouTube videos. I love this so much. I'm so excited for him. So I hope his journey continues to be amazing. I think this is one of the coolest things we could see in, yeah, that's so sick. That's so fair. Someone said in chat, I'll be honest, UIM sounds like an unfun level of restrictions. I totally get that. A lot of people think that as well when you play RuneScape and you try it and you're like, it was really, but like, yeah, at first, a lot of people it will be. For a lot of people it will be. I totally get it. I loved it on RuneScape, but I get it. In Pokemon, it's tough. Next up, okay, I wanted to show off Monkey's Shop. This is a monkey business, so I love his name and I love him. I just wanted to show this because I think a lot of people don't always see like rare little weird things. Like, I thought it was really cool. Forum shops are very nostalgic to me. It used to be, so prior to the GTL, right? Prior to the GTL, this is how we all used to trade. It was trade chat and the trade, what's it called on the forums? The trade corner. Everybody used to have their own shop. I used to have my own shop and sell stuff. Everybody used to sell stuff via the forums. It was the main way to sell stuff. It was the best way to sell stuff. Best way to not get lowballed and yada, yada, yada. That and trade chat in game. Nowadays with the GTL, there's not really a reason to use it. But I mean, this is like, there's like some niche stuff. If you have niche rare stuff, that's where the trade corner is best for. But I thought this was pretty cool to just show off. Like, this guy has some really interesting like shinies. Like, look at this 4x0 31 speed jolly shiny Ditto, right? Like, this is a really weird Pokemon. Who wants to buy this? Some weird collector, right? This secret shiny Meganium, the Crobat, the 4x31, like some niche expensive rare shinies with specific things, particles. I thought it was really cool, so I just wanted to show it off. I think that's really cool. Next up, let me qualify this by saying I have to do more research. Yeah, people don't realize how lucky we are to have the GTL. I have nostalgia for times prior to the GTL, but oh my god, I wouldn't want them back. Like, prior to the GTL was worse. Like, the GTL is so much better for gameplay and better for all types of players, veteran, new players, etc. But there is a certain, it's like the RuneScape phenomenon. Like, there's a certain nostalgia of sitting around Falador Town and like spamming, like selling lobsters, you know, for 40 GP, you know, like, or 200, whatever they were. Like, there's a certain nostalgia about it. There's a certain like beauty to it, right? However, you wouldn't want those times back. You know what I'm saying? All right. I need to do more research here. I didn't realize, I think I always skip over this on the PokeMMO forums. They have a PokeMMO events page for Chinese player base, the Chinese player base. I always say, people don't realize how big PokeMMO is because it's a very, very international game. I would guesstimate, we don't know numbers for sure. I would guesstimate that the Chinese player base is the largest player base by far. Okay? It seems to be that way. Based on Bilibili viewership and things like that. The Chinese player base seems to be huge, but they also have different events because their time zone is way off. And I've been theory crafting. A lot of Australian players have been like saying like, hey man, I can't ever make it to catch events because the time frame, which sucks. So I'm curious and I want to know if it's okay. I need to do more research. If it is okay, if Australian players go to Chinese catch events, because the time zone I think works a lot better for them, if I'm not mistaken. But I have to do more research. I have to start like using Google Translate. I have to go through, number one, see if that's okay. Number two, and figure out what catch events are upcoming. And I would love to try to let you guys be aware of more upcoming catch events and more upcoming things, or just more Chinese forum content, because it is super important. How do you really know what's happening in PokeMMO if you're language locked? So yeah, time to learn Mandarin. That's kind of the meme. Like, you're missing out on so much of what's happening in the game and in the community if you're language locked to only English like I am, right? So I'm gonna try to start exploring that a little bit. That's my promise to you guys. All right, next up, I'm not gonna like learn Mandarin, but yeah. Next up, yeah, they have their own form because it's so large. Yes, yeah. Okay, this was just a really funny post to me. I wasn't gonna show this one on. I got it like I didn't have this like bookmarked and stuff. This was an impromptu one. I got an alert for it on the PokeMMO forums, and I just always think stuff like this is a little funny. This is an innocent new player who just doesn't know any better. Don't bully him. Don't make fun of him, okay? But he was basically like, hey, I'm looking to XP train. Like, should I XP train at Camerupt or Rhydon? Like, what should I do? He like makes a bunch of cases. Okay, sure. And then easier at the end, he said, plus it's easier to automate the Rhydon farm than it is the Camerupt farming. And someone was like, immediately, could you elaborate on the automate part of your farming? And he was like, oh, I use a macro recorder on PC. You have to at least keep an eye on the screen when you learn a move pops up, but other than that, you can just do that. For those that don't know, for anyone who's played video games for any amount of time, you almost can never use macros, bots, like any automated stuff on an online game. On a single player game, it's like usually fine, right? But it depends. Just read the rules. Read the rules for the games that you play. Number one. Number two, never use like third-party things, or like just research, but like never use automation on an online game, because it disrupts integrity, it disrupts leaderboards, it disrupts like competition, right? It should be hopefully obvious, like if you think about it, that anything that automates yourself, it's like using steroids like in the Olympics. Like anything that gives you a leg up against others is against the rules generally, but you want to just research things, you know? Yeah, especially third-party software. And this guy was like pretty nice. This guy was really nice actually. Hey, like macros are detectable and you will get banned. Also, here's a good spot to XP farm. This was like really wholesome. He like just trying to let him know, you know? I don't think it's just rage bait. I think sometimes people just don't know. Thread of the year, and the GM, the game master, came in and was like, well, this is awkward. As others noticed, it's against the rules to automate gameplay. I would suggest using teleport Pokemon. He still gives like a nice real suggestion. Teleport Pokemon to save some time, heal, and come back manually. I love that teleport is like a good. So and then he says, please contact us at support. He got banned or timed out or something, which that's what it's just really funny. Please, it's funny, but also he's like an earnest. I respect the earnest user more than the malicious user. But please, guys, just double check what's allowed whenever you play an online game, guys. Take your time, be patient, double check things, don't risk getting banned. You know, every game's a little bit different, so just look into that stuff. Look into the rules of the game you're playing. That's the moral of today. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and make some Iron Man progress today. I have a lot of exciting stuff I want to do. I really want to push towards my Pokedex as much as I humanly possibly can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to complete it today, but I'm gonna play for like 12 hours today. I will push so hard if I might be able to complete it today. It's pretty unlikely, but I'd really like to try. Oh yeah, Pat, did you see that someone got an egg shiny in the Iron Man team? No. Is this the world first egg shiny right here, the Skitty? This has got to be world first, right? Dude, that's insane. That's like hard to believe. That's one of the biggest. That might be. Wow. I'm just sitting here like stunned. Damn. Congratulations. I'm not even gonna lie. That might be the first Iron Man goal where I hear it and I'm like, fuck, it's so impressive, it's so cool. I'm a little jealous. I'm gonna be honest. It's the first one I've ever heard where I'm like, fuck, man. I really wanted to go for like possibly world first egg shiny, but it is what it is. He's a legend. Iron Grinch, you're a fucking legend. Congrats to you, man. 500 eggs, he said. Excellent. Okay, and he named it perfectly. That's amazing, dude. That's so fucking sick. Congratulations. That is such an incredibly cool accomplishment. Literally, I always say I wish PokeMMO like gave like global like alerts when someone got some world first or something crazy like that. Like it's such an insane thing. It's hard to comprehend, man. An Iron Man doing that is a multiple thousands of hours grind on average, having to get all of your own dittos and all of your own breeders for the rare, let alone that many of the rare. It's crazy, man. Congratulations. Dude, I love the idea of this for you. I've been talking about this for a very, very long time. What do you think about a prestige mechanic for regions? Reset a region, you have to redo the storyline, then maybe you get like a small Pokeyen bonus, or like, I've never heard that idea, faster honey trees. That's a really valid buff. Like, honey trees are already like, are they good? Are they not? It's kind of on the 30-minute honey trees might be the small buff that they need. I think that's pretty interesting to like make players more interested, or maybe just honey is cheaper. That might be the better buff, honestly. Make honey like 500 Pokeyen instead of 750. There's small little buffs like that all over the world you could do to like benefit the players in a really interesting way that like helps a certain play style. I love the idea of resetting regions and procedures. Number one, it's not my play style, I would hate it, but some people's favorite play style is just playing through the storylines, and I love that. I want to encourage. The most important thing I think of when playing an MMO is encouraging people to play the game the way they want to, right? Like, I want people to be able to play the playstyle they want to and get rewarded for it in a decent way. Right now, if you like storylines, the best thing you can do is make alt accounts, which is like a cool option, but I like the idea of you being able to play your main account and making progress that way. That seems really, really interesting to me personally. So I like the idea of that. I've been asking for something like that for a very long time. I feel like it'd be a great way to add some pretty easy, like really repeatable endgame content. But I love the suggestions you specifically gave. So I've never heard that one, like the buff honey trees or buff like fishing in a small way. I've never heard that. So I love the ideas you gave specifically. That's a great question. Hey Pat, should I level my raid Pokemon to level 100, or is 80 going to be good enough? Yeah, 80 is going to be good enough for like 90% of raids. Very, very, very few raids need level 100. I think like maybe the Darkrai 5-star raid, like certain 5-star raids need level 100 mons, but even then certain raids only need like level 60 mons if I recall correctly. So like 60 to 80 is what you want to go for. I would say 80 for most Pokemon essentially, and then any passive XP is fantastic. I do recommend trying to get some XP candies and rare candies stocked up prior to event season, because that means if you need to last minute level things up, for a raid, you can do so without needing to go, but they might go up in price during the event. Maybe, you know, that's a whole he said, she said, who knows situation, but I like to have some rare candies and some XP candies stocked up prior to raids in case I need to panic level something very, very quickly. Okay, my community has thought up an amazing game. I think Clarko is the original creator, okay? So I gotta give credit to him. I'm guessing how many hours people have in PokeMMO based on, I get one question, and then also I need this for the Pokekids as well. Awesome. I get one question. Wait, did someone else create it? Did I just give Clarko the credit? Wait, was it actually Oso? Alert. I'm sorry. Oso created. Okay, that's fucked up. Oso created it, so credit to him, okay? Okay, I'm gonna do Atik next. Atik said someone else had 450 hours, so he said 450 question mark. Dude, do I have too much free time or what? I've been playing since mid-July and I have X hours, yes. So you're saying, okay, you've been playing since mid-July and you scoffed at someone only having 450 hours. Mid-July is what? That's 2 months or whatever? That guy had been playing for many months. There's no way you could have been playing for mid-July. You've only been playing for less than 2 months, right? July, August, September. July, August, September. If you have, I'm going to guess Atik. I'm going to guess that you have 720 hours. That's my guess. That would be insane, though. That'd be like really, really, really impressive. There's no way you have more than that. There's no shot. What do you reveal the number, Atik? He's only played since, it's only been like 2 months. A 400 hour month would be insane. Like that consistently, a 100 hour week is crazy. So 800 would be like 800 hours within that time period would just be like unbelievable. Especially, yeah, 450. Yeah, I'm trying to think. 720 might be too high. I think I should have actually guessed lower, but I don't want to disrespect my boy. I'm waiting for the final result. That's really crazy. I think it's not easy, but you do see it somewhat commonly. Highball a lot up there. It's 250. You have 250 hours and you were scoffing at someone at fucking, what the hell? Okay, that threw me off. A terrible guess for my end, but you threw me off big time. Holy shit. Do me, why duck ass? Okay, Rumel, been playing the game for years. Known him for a while. Also touches grass and has a real job though. Has like an actual life and okay, I'm trying to think. A lot of hours, but has also touched grass. I'm gonna guess Rumel's at 4,400. I'm gonna guess 4,400 Rumel. 4,400 is my guess. 5,928. Oof, I was off by over 1,000. I think if you're in by 1,000. That's a good guess. Off by that's too rough. That's too brutal. I was off. I lost. Apologies. My mistake for doubting your game, Rumel. Rumel Gaming, yes. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Let's do Bojangles. Bojangles just completed the Pokedex. He was just talking about that, but I don't know if that was on his Ironman account or main account. He has been following since October 9th, 2023. He's been following me for almost 2 years now. Let's read through his chat logs to get some extra. He was the one who told me about some Pokedex locations. He seems to be really good. Dude, let's see. Yada yada yada. He's a good memer in chat. Breakfast of Champions. Marriage sounds like an all-around nerf. Okay, this guy knows his stuff. Okay, let's figure out. Okay. His chat log is crazy. Bojangles, I get to ask you one question. How many OT shinies do you have? I'm allowed one question to help me towards the guess. I know that you just completed your Pokedex. You've been following for a little over almost 2 years. How many OT shinies do you have? Waiting for a result. Next game, Pat guesses Twitch chat hours of chatters. That's a funny one. That feels, oh man. That feels tough. Let's go and counter back and forth here. Waiting for the Bojangles response here. This is peak content. It is really fun to guess people's hours played. The decisive, the like deduction of it. Earlier I asked someone if they had a partner, and that helped me decipher how much free time they had. Like what job you have, if you have a partner. There's the Escavalier encounter. Nice. All that matters a ton. All that plays into it. The important, how many OT shinies. Net worth is also an interesting one to do. Bojangles says like 22 OT shinies. 22 OT shinies. You've been following me for almost 2 years. I'm going to guess you've been playing for at least 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. 22 OT shinies. I like Oso's guess a lot. You feel like a pretty consistent player, Bojangles. Oso said 3.1k hours. I'm going to guess close to that, I think. I'm going to say you have between like 2,800 and 3,600. That's my guess. 2,800 to 3,600 is my guess. 3439. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. That was a good one. Good on you, Bojangles Gaming, dude. Nice fucking work. Everybody in my chat has like 2,000 hours in this fucking game. Oh man, dude, that's impressive. No, that's impressive. All right, as I'm eating my own lunch, I'm gonna give you guys a little sample of the kind of food that I be eating. Yesterday, I made something that I call slop, which is just leftover ingredients thrown into a pan. You stir fry it up, and you put it over white rice. And this is what I made yesterday for dinner. It is I think white onion cut up, 3 scrambled eggs, Polish sausage, and some what's it called? Some deli ham. I put in there as well, and then a bunch of like just all seasoning, just like what's it called? Just like all seasoning, salt and stuff like that. Yep. And then I put this over white rice. Looks dry. This is wet as hell. I'm gonna be honest. Looks good but dry. It's literally so sloppy. I'm gonna be so. It's so. It's like everything's excreting its own juices. Like all the. I feel like I should have like a trigger warning for this food take. I'm so sorry. It's also been a very long time since I've done a Foodtrowski take, so people aren't gonna be prepared for it. This is not a meal of me being like, hey guys, look how good I can cook, or hey guys, look what I, this is, hey, I'm just a normal fucking guy getting off work. I gotta clean up the leftovers in my fridge. I'm gonna make slop. This is Scran. This is a scrandal, and I'm not proud of it, but I enjoyed it. It's a sustenance meal, It gave me the nutrients that I needed. It sustained me. It would have been nice to have like a green vegetable in it, like a string bean, like a snap pea. Honestly, might have gone hard in this, but I had the onions. Just trying to clean up things. There it is, man. That's the Foodtrowski take of the day. Take it or leave it. Be a little scarred for life. Apologies. Okay, someone bring up a good point in chat. I always talk about, I love normal type Pokemon, but unfortunately, normal type offensive Pokemon aren't really a thing most of the time because normal type Pokemon can't ever hit a Pokemon for super effective damage with stab, right? Because normal type attacks are just not super effective against any Pokemon. That's like the trade-off. Like, you don't really have that many weaknesses, and you have a ghost immunity, and it goes both ways. Normal type is a weird type of Pokemon, right? But someone mentioned there's not really a whole lot of like good offensive normal type mons. Someone mentioned Slaking, and of course Slaking is not good because of its ability, Truant, right? However, I don't think we've seen it yet. I wonder if Slaking would ever be good in raids, because most raids are just DPS battles anyway. Most raids, you attack once and you die. So Slaking's Truant won't ever actually like be a problem. I kind of wonder if that will ever be good enough in a meta raid. I'm curious. All right, it is time for either your most favorite or least favorite part of the stream recap, the Movietrouski takes. We have a bit more stand-up comedy to get through today, whatever is loggable on Letterboxd, as well as a fair bit of movies, as well as 2 movies I saw in the theaters. Let's go ahead and start from bottom to top. Bill Burr, Why Do I Do This? I watched this many years ago, and I rewatched it recently so I could properly rate it on Letterboxd. It's a really good stand-up. I think this stand-up performance is a perfect example of how jokes can be made about most things, as well as it depends on where the root of the joke comes from. As long as the root of the joke does not come from hatred, as long as the actual joke is funny, then you're probably good. There's no, people, up in arms about comedy, and art comedy is very subjective, but I feel like this is a really good stand-up that shows how true that really is, in my personal opinion. I give it a 9 out of 10 and a like. Next up, really funny to go from a Bill Burr stand-up to fucking Interstellar, but I rewatched Interstellar in 4K in the movie theaters, dude, and it really made me face the fact I had to move Interstellar to my top 4 favorite movies of all time. The hipster in me does not want to do that, okay? Interstellar, I always say, is probably, in my opinion, based on my objectives, objectively the best movie ever made. If aliens came down from Earth and said, hey, give us your best movie, I would hand them Interstellar. It's not my favorite movie. It speaks to a lot of things I do believe in, like the fucking, faith and hope in humanity. It's a really beautiful. Interstellar is amazing. It's almost unfairly amazing. I actually, after watching it in theaters, I believe more than ever, I feel like Interstellar is so far and above and beyond the best movie, like to a point where it's unfair. I feel like if the Shawshank Redemption is a 10 out of 10, which I agree with, the Shawshank Redemption, Frisbee Bear, Whiplash, like if all these amazing movies are 10 out of 10s, I feel like Interstellar is a 20 out of 10. Like, it's just hard to believe that a human even made this movie. It's kind of ridiculous. I get why it's so many people's favorite. It's a really cold take, really boring take, nothing really interesting there, but holy fuck is Interstellar so amazingly good. All right, next up, The Toxic Avenger. Me and my wife, well, I don't think this movie was in theaters for that long. It's the new like Peter Dinklage, like it's very like comic booky and comedy. Almost kind of reminds me of the first Deadpool, but that comedy has not aged that well, unfortunately. The Toxic Avenger was fun. I left this movie just repeating to my wife like, wow, what a fun movie, over and over and over again. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't like phenomenal, it was fun. I gave it a 7.5 or like a 7-ish. I would give it a, if it's a 7 out of 10 on Letterboxd, but I would give it a 7.5-ish, 7.5. It's a really goofy movie. I didn't get it at first. The first like 10 minutes, I just thought it was a bad movie. I was like, what's going on? But it's pretty clearly, as it goes on, a parody and goofy. Peter Dinklage is great, dude. All the actors in this movie are kind of amazing. The son is not a great, but he's, I don't know, younger actor. He's fine. He's fine. Peter Dinklage. Oh, wow. Turns out he's a really good actor. Guys, breaking news. Peter Dinklage, very talented. Who would expect it? Who would have thought? But his comedy is really good in this. And that I haven't seen in a really long time. I haven't seen like Dinklage be a really good comedy actor. I need to watch more of his stuff, I guess, but he's really funny in this. Yeah, Toxic Avengers and the Doctor. Toxic Avengers is great. I recommend if you want to see it in theaters. I don't know if it's still. I think it's already out of theaters for us. It's a really fun, dumb little movie that I think is really just take it lightheartedly and sillily, and it's very weird. Some of the weirdest visuals. Really, really unique movie. Very comic booky and goofy and very non-serious. Best way to describe it. Next up, maybe the hottest take on this list: War of the Worlds, the original War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Feel free to disagree. Please do it politely and have some, be nice to me, okay? I'm just a human, just a guy with dumb opinions, just a guy with bad opinions. I feel like War of the Worlds is like a generational gap movie. This movie does not feel special to me. It doesn't feel revolutionary. It feels like the most adequate alien movie of all time. The visuals are really pretty, but I feel like the characters are simple and annoying. The acting is adequate. I would even say Tom Cruise, I kind of hate his acting in this movie. Tom Cruise is an amazing, stoic, secret spot. Like, he's great when he's being the Mission Impossible guy, right? But in this movie, he's supposed to be like an awkward, vulnerable, not great father, but he's trying his best. And he doesn't come off like that at all. He comes off hyper confident, like hyper stoic, like in what he's doing, but he's not. It's really weird. It's like conflicting themes with his acting, in my opinion. Also, the brother is written incredibly stupid in this movie. Spoiler free, but there's a scene where he's like, "Dad, you don't understand. I've got to go see this." Like, he literally did not have to see that. I don't know what the fuck, like, the writing is terrible. I feel bad. I feel like H.G. Wells, I read the War of the Worlds original book growing up in high school. I feel like he must be rolling over in his grave, because I think this movie is bad, and this one's supposed to be the good one. This movie also had one of the worst endings. I'm honestly, I give it a 1.5. I got 3 out of 10. That might actually be too high. The thing that saves this movie is Dakota Fanning. I actually think I don't know how old she is in this movie. She's the best actor in the whole movie, and she might be like 9 years old. It's fucking insane. She's the best acting in the whole movie, in my opinion. She actually seems properly horrified for what's happening in the world around them. This movie is a slog, and also the characters constantly make dog shit decisions just to push forward the plot. And also one of the worst endings, most anticlimactic endings. This is, should I say this? No. I'll just say that I won't spoil. The ending's just dog shit is what I'll say, but it's really insane. Anyways, next up, the new War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. I wanted to leave a hot take. I actually originally rated this the same score as War of the Worlds and gave it a 1.5, and I was like, that's not true. I ended up going back and changing it. Obviously this movie is not good. Nobody's saying it's good. It's really funny. I watched the new War of the Worlds in a Discord call with my friends, and I was laughing almost the entire movie. That was a great way to do it. If you're gonna watch this movie, definitely watch it with a group of friends and make it like a comedy night. That I actually had a really fun, like, if I were to rate it as a funny shit post to watch with friends, I would give it a 6 out of 10. As a movie, I think War of the Worlds with Ice Cube is absolutely a so bad that it's good movie. I could even see myself upping the score on this in the future. That's my take. Anyways, Daniel Tosh, happy thoughts. Stand-up act. I actually really like a lot of Daniel Tosh stand-up, and I feel like it's aged pretty well. Sounds crazy, but go watch it, and you'll actually see a lot of his jokes, in my opinion, come from a good place, and he kind of memes on everybody pretty well. Daniel Tosh, happy thoughts. I didn't laugh out loud at this stand-up act as much as I would like to. That was my main problem with it, which is not really how do you solve that, right? I think it's still pretty funny, but not amazing. I gave it a 7 out of 10 and a like because it's nostalgic to me. I grew up watching. I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for Daniel Tosh. Anyways, that's the Movietrouski take. Someone said, have you watched the Hunger Games Battle of the Summer Resistance? I loved that movie. I was really happy. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. And yeah, Dinklage is great in that, but it wasn't really... I love his comedy in the, because Toxic Avenger is a comedy first movie. He wasn't really comedic in that movie at all. So that's the, yeah, but he's obviously great. Thanks for watching. That's the Movietrouski takes. Hog. And alrighty, fellas, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos every single day. I do upload every single day. Streams are Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET on Twitch and on YouTube. Discord's down below if you want to join that. Fantastic during event seasons, which is coming up. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, allow me to be here in the first place, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations, as well as Factor is truly the best way to support. If you want to get some amazing food, as well as contribute towards a possible streamathon at the end of the month, Factor, link down below, is the best way to go above and beyond and support me, as well as you get 50% off of an amazing product, a product that I believe in. All the extra details, once again, will be linked first thing, or should be linked first thing in the description. And with that, I will see you guys later. Make sure to check out the Iron Man progress videos every Sunday. I put a lot of effort into them. They are really like the mainstay of my channel right now. I would say like the golden goose that I really care about and love and put a lot of effort into, my magnum opus. So thank you guys for watching every episode of that. Have a great day. I'll see you guys Monday. But for now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.